Okay, welcome to the channel. So I am going to be documenting my journey to try and play some competitive amateur golf. My goal is to qualify for the Mid-Am. I have a job, and I am just going to document what I am doing to get better, and hopefully that will be entertaining. I'm not really sure, but that's the goal. So I live in Texas, and it is summertime here, and this is midweek. So I just got out of work, and I'm going to this indoor facility that I became a member at to practice. So you get like 1 hour bay sessions. I'm taking lessons there now. There's a head instructor who's really good. And I try and go 2 to 3 times a week, work on my full swing. And then I've been putting at home on my putting mat. I have a well putting mat. And then I would also like to be practicing my short game a couple times a week as well. So if all goes well and I continue to do this, the goal is to have a video every single day. So that'll kind of help keep me honest with my preparation, doing what I need to do to get better. I've been playing golf since I was about 12. Grew up playing baseball, t-ball from a young age. Got into golf because I had some friends that were doing it. My neighbor, his mom was the women's club champion, and she actually kind of taught me the game. So I would go to the driving range, she taught me, and I just absolutely fell in love. And so it's been many, many years of loving this game. And, you know, I have competed, but nothing like, not in high school or college or anything like that, but playing in some member guests, stuff like that. And I've always wanted to be a better golfer, but I haven't put in the dedicated time to getting better. I practice a decent amount, but not enough to get better. Right now I'm playing probably twice a month. So first step is to do something every day to get better. And the other step is going to be playing once a week, because I work a corporate job Monday through Friday. Can't really get out during the week. I've looked into options for playing early morning in the summertime. We'll see if we can do that. But as of right now, just playing once on the weekends, twice if I'm lucky, and practicing every day. So gonna take you guys on the journey with me. Like I said, I hope it's entertaining. I am not here to kind of teach or give any tips or anything. I'm just gonna kind of talk about my thought process, what I'm working on, and if that's helpful, great. But again, this is not any kind of instruction. This is purely kind of documenting the process of what it takes to get better. You know, when you have a job, a 40-hour-a-week job, sometimes more. Because this is an avocation for me. It's not, you know, I'm not a professional. I just love the game. So I'm gonna get better at talking to the camera here. I realize I'm saying a lot of ums, but I have never done this before, so hopefully I get a little bit better at talking to the camera. But it's just a quick ride over from my place to the indoor facility. So once we're there, we're going to get started. A few more things about me. So for the last 6 months, I would say I've been hovering between like a 4 and a 5 handicap. And a lot of that is just sloppy misses. Bombing my drive, push slice out of bounds, or where I got to take a drop and I lose 2 strokes. So I've just been working on trying to get more consistent, getting something I can trust, so I can stand on the tee or the fairway, make a full swing and not worry about it, going off the planet OB. So what I've been working with the instructor is we started with my grip, strengthened that a little bit. That helped a ton. Played over the weekend, was basically freewheeling it and was not losing a lot of shots. So keeping the ball in play and just kind of seeing as the rounds go, trying to see some putts drop. So hopefully maybe like a year from now, I'm closer to scratch, if not scratch or better. I think that's a reasonable goal. But we are here, so we are going to park and get in there and practice. It's always awkward. I feel like it's going to be awkward going in there and talking to a camera, but whatever. All right, let's head in there. Okay, and we're live. So hopefully that camera angle is okay, but basically just gonna get warmed up here. Warmed up with pitching wedge. Not really thinking about where the ball is going, just kind of getting warmed up. So like I was saying in the car, my grip used to be super weak, and in the palm of my hand here. But what he had me do is get it more with the fingers, like that, which really gets basically 3 knuckles showing. Really freed me up. So yeah, I've probably hit about, 10 to 15 pitching wedges, and then kind of work through the bag, and then depending on the day, either work on something that my instructor gave me, or get into kind of approach play, usually like 160 yards to about 40 yards. These TrackMan studios have this nice performance center that maybe I'll show later. But yeah, we're working on grip. We are working on getting into, for me, what feels like less kind of club over here, more out in front of me. Keeping this right shoulder from retracting on the backswing. And really keeping this forearm kind of pointed to the ground. So I'm hitting a lot of draws now, which is totally fine. But the grip is really what freed me up. I was fighting that so hard. A little thin, but it's okay. A little off the heel. Let's see if you can see this in there. A little bit. If I turn this. So I have a tendency to kind of suck the club inside. So this is pretty good for me. But I also have a tendency to get this laid off too much. See, it's coming through my right shoulder, so that's another thing we're working on, is dropping the hands. Getting up here and just feeling like everything drops. So yeah, I'm gonna work through my bag a little bit. Probably go from this pitching wedge to 8 iron, 6 iron, 3 hybrid, maybe 3 wood, maybe hit some drivers, and then we'll get over to the performance center, practice some approach shots. Hook. But the nice thing is, once I got my grip under control, even that shot's not terrible. You know, that's somewhere up near the green. I can chip it, try and get it up and down. A little thin. But again, way more consistent. Everybody says it's a game of misses, so, and they're absolutely right. We'll pull. I double check my grip here. It tends to want to revert back to the weak grip I had. That felt good. There we go. So yeah, I mean, that's the crazy thing about golf is, at least for me, I just kind of fall into old habits. So it's like constantly checking. Because that one, basically all I changed was my grip. But that freed me up, allowed me to make a better swing. I felt nice and compressed. A little push, but that's okay. Yeah, let's go to the 6-iron. I'm starting to get warm. Still kind of coming out here too much, but I'm not too concerned with that. That's something I'll work on. But just being able to swing free is so nice. So yeah, a little push, but again, totally playable. $175 carry, 180 total. It's just nice, smooth 6-iron. Again, check my grip. $186 carry, 192 total. That felt a little better. See if I can see anything on the swing here. The takeaway is fine and a little inside. Kind of wandering. Let me see if you can see this here. It's kind of hard to see the club, but my club is a little bit past parallel. Kind of dropped the club in a little bit late, but solid strike. One more good one here. Good grip. Oh, can't end on that one. 165 total. Just a miss hit. Double check the grip. That was good. All right, let's get into 3 hybrid. So I got this club recently, and I'm obsessed with it. I used to have a, God, I don't even remember. It was a Cobra 4 hybrid that was gifted to me probably 13, 14 years ago. Had a regular flex shaft in it. I think it was 21 degree, and I loved it, but the head popped off, so I had to get a replacement. So I got this, not sponsored by the way, but this Titleist GT2 head with the hazardous extra stiff 80 gram shaft, and it is awesome. This thing goes, if I strike it well, total about 265. Uh, 220 carry, nice. Off the planet. So I'm gonna change my glove. That one felt a little loose. Really get a good grip, nice strong grip. Still pushing it out to the right. Just leaving the club face open is all. There's a good one. 228 total. Not hitting it that far. This is a 18 degree. Should be able to get more out of it. That's better ball speed. 240 total. So yeah, that was a nice tight draw. I'm not really... Alright, well, I don't know how long I was talking, but the battery died. So we're gonna figure this out in post. But basically, kind of warmed up with pitching wedge, 8 iron, 6 iron, 3 hybrid driver. So now I'm getting into the performance center. So this is like approach shots. So we're gonna do that. Man, the batteries on these things suck. So this is all TrackMan stuff. So the place that I belong obviously uses TrackMan, and it comes with this software, and you can set it up to provide you with random distances where you're hitting at a flag. So I'm setting this to 35 yards to 160 or 165 yards. I can't remember what I picked, but we're just gonna get into it. So first shot, 94 yards. This is nice because it really develops a feel for distance control, which is huge. And obviously this is important if you want to play good competitive golf. Good start. Let's see if I can move this closer. Is that gonna have me in frame? Like I said, I'm still trying to figure this out, see what works. But this is 112, so I'm gonna hit my 52. This is pretty much the limit of where this 52 will go in terms of distance. Got 2 new wedges coming, but we're gonna try and get this all the way there. Oh, a little hooky, a little fat. So yeah, 111 total to the left. But again, I mean, in this situation, that's on the green, so not terrible. So we got 130. I can get a pitching wedge there. So good strong grip. Swing toward the target. Ah, a little long. All right, 81 yards. I got this pitching wedge in my hand. Sometimes, you know, when you're out on the course, you might have to keep one low. So I like to practice these shots to different distances with clubs that aren't full swing. So I'm just going to give a little, this is all feel here. That's way too much. But this is a nice thing about practicing here. You can kind of figure these out, dial those in. All right, 145. Comfortable 9-iron today. Again, this might change depending on the day. There are days where I can get my pitching wedge that far. Today does not seem like one of those days. So just gonna give a nice solid swing with the 9-iron. That felt solid. $138. Wow, okay. So you get nice feedback too with this little program because it calculates the strokes gained against your handicap, whatever you put in. So I put in 5. So for that shot, it is plus 0.22, which you can see there. I don't know if it's backwards or not, but I'm gonna just set it like that. So 57 yards, little chip. These are the ones that I'm really needing some improvement on. Just roll up there. It's not bad. It's not stopping, but I'll take that out on the golf course. 136. So you can see it's pretty, I mean, it's pretty much like you're really on the golf course with the different distances and having to reset. So 136. I'm gonna try knocking down a 9-iron here. Kind of pulled that, I felt like. Yeah, into the desert. $116. Gonna have to take a little bit off the pitching wedge. Just not hitting my irons as far today. It's a good shot. You got to celebrate the good shots too, acknowledge them. I see too many people, like, you know, act like the good shot is what they should hit all the time, so they don't acknowledge it. But then you don't give any feedback, and then when they hit a bad shot, you know, they might get annoyed, upset, down, angry. So they're only giving themselves feedback on bad shots, but you got to give yourself some feedback on good shots too. 91 yards, easy sand wedge. Hooking, but right distance. $66 yards, over a set of bunkers. This is a tough one. Got to get it up and over, but stop it. That might be too much, not sure. Not enough. All right, 152. We can hit a 9-iron. I think we can dial one up. Good strong grip. That's not enough. Also left. Oof. 38 yards. Way too much. Yeah, this is where I really need to work on my game. It's a little bit easier to hit these pitch shots outside. Hitting them on the sim is a little bit weird for me. All right, 145, back to the 9-iron. Good strong grip. 145 swing. Oh man, I'm hitting everything left today. So that one 150. 108. Ooh, man, tough pin. 108, I think 52. I'm okay if that goes right. It's hooking anyways. Ooh, good one. All right, I think we're gonna end there and play some closest to the pin. Love that game. All right, so exit out of here. Quick game, yes. It's over here in games, close to the pin. Let's play the loop. Actually, no, let's not play the loop. Let's play the patch. That's what I wanted to do. Let's do the lights. Oh, we gotta install it. Beautiful. So it looks like this is going to be, depending on the wind, we could have 3 of the 4 holes all using the same club. So let me see if I can update the wind course. All right, we're gonna do breezy. That should get us a little bit more variability in club. Now we wait. I think that first one was 124, so I'm gonna just grab my pitching wedge. Hope that's the right club. All right, we gotta randomize the order. Let's see who goes first. Oh, it's me. 114. Huge wind. 10 miles an hour left to right helping. This is probably an easy sandwich. I'm gonna get it up in the air. So I'm gonna aim this a little bit left. Probably left side of the green. Let it feed in there. Oh, I think I may have skied it to the right. Actually, that's okay. Short. And give it some more oomph on the next one. Nice thing about this, you can set it as many attempts as you want. So I have it set to 3. So you're kind of competing against yourself. Little thin, but that might work. Go. Ooh. You able to see how close that is? Maybe. We'll find out. So I didn't even strike that well, but who cares? That's leaking right. Nice. All right, so that was the first one. Now we've got a 7.3 mile an hour wind into the face. 175 yards, 9 feet up. So playing like 176, 177. Hurting wind's gonna be maybe like 182, 183. So I'm gonna hit 6 iron here. Just solid, smooth 6 iron. Hopefully the wind doesn't change. Looks like the wind's changing. Now it's down to 6 miles an hour. All right, here we go. Oh, it's drawn. Yeah, it's pushing a little bit right to left into the face, so I'm gonna have to aim this more to the right here. Oh, that's a fade swing. But the wind's helping. Oh my goodness. Wind just absolutely killed it. 163 with the 6 iron. All right, we can muscle one here. Fade swing. That was not a fade. Oh boy. Muscled it, but way left. Okay, hurting wind again, down 5 feet. I think this is the same club. We're hitting a lot of hooks. See if I can get inside of this. Oh, toey. Might work out fine. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. I got the lefts. All right, we might go back to working on the old swing. I mean, that would have gone 200, but I've got the TrackMan little boxes that show the club head speed, carry. So 89 club head speed, 187 carry, 200 total, 129 ball speed. But club was closed. Much better. But that wind is really pushing it left. It's alright, that was a good strike. Again, right to left wind, 9.5 miles an hour, 6.9. It is switching. I'm just gonna try and hit a fade. Oh, can't hit a fade if my life depended on it. I think we can get 7-iron there. That wind is just crushing the ball. All right, we got to commit to this one out to the right. Hit it out to the right. But it's still going back left. All right. I think it's time to work on the swing again. Averages are not great, but you know what? That's why we practice. We got about 12 minutes. Excuse me. My allergies. Ooh, I also forgot to send myself the videos. Alright, what do I have in my hand? 7-iron? We're going to start with 7-iron. I really want to work on this coming over the top business. Take a couple slow swings. We're just kind of drop the hands down. Make sure we're in frame here. So I don't care where the ball goes here. Definitely drop my hands there. Crazy thing is I can do it even more. It's one of the hardest things is changing a movement pattern. At least for me. I'm going to switch this to the face-on view. off the toe, but again, not really caring about contact here. That was different. In a good way, I think. Ooh, that looks really good. We're getting closer. So yeah, I'm gonna get better at talking to the camera, but it's really weird when now I have to do this thing, which is talk to the camera, when usually I'm used to just hit balls in silence or talking to whoever's, you know, with me, hitting balls as well. So I'm just trying to feel, getting into my left side, and I don't know. It's hard to develop the feels when you have none. Like, I don't know what this is supposed to feel like when I get it right. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of work on this trail shoulder pulling back, because I think that's causing me to kind of be stuck here. At least that's what me and my coach talked about. That looks really good. Off the toe, but just straighten this arm faster. feels different. Let's work that feel. Really. Oh, that feels good. Hit a crazy hook, but just kind of over top of it. It's just about blending this. Face is super square. And again, not really too concerned with contact here. But that felt good. Like 60%. Have it go 154 with 7-iron. Very good. And that's sort of what my coach talks about, is like, as we're working on these movement / motor patterns, you know, I'm going to get closer and closer. And then when it comes time to play, I can't be thinking about all this stuff on the golf course. I'm really only focused on my grip and just kind of letting it go. But in here, we can tinker. Oh, that felt really good. Really solid and compressed. Nice. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna stop it there. This will be fun. Hopefully something comes of this, you know, if I stick with it. Play some competitive golf. The goal again is mid-am, playing in that. That'd be super awesome. So hope you stick around and enjoy the content. All right, catch you in the next one.